Good morning. All right, we are going to make a tasty breakfast this morning. It's going to be bacon and eggs. All right, folks, so the bacon is in a pan with a little bit of water. That's so the bacon doesn't burn before it thaws. This bacon is frozen because if I don't put my meat in the freezer, portion it out, and put it in the freezer, it will rot before I get to it, and that is wasted money. Not only that, this is special bacon. This is BJ's Wholesale Club bacon. Very special. Yeah. All right, so we're going to let this thaw. Wait a minute. Oh. Thought I saw something. It was reflected light. So we're going to let this thaw for a few minutes, and I'll be back. Okay, so if you notice, this pan does not have a steam vent. You'll hear it in a minute. You hear it? There's no steam vent on this one. These are Amway Queen pans. Now, I inherited these from my grandmother. And the cost of these pans is outrageous. They still sell them, but they're the iCook set or something like that. It's not the Amway Queen like this, but they're very close. It's almost like they just kind of renamed them. So I'm going to cut through all these bacons. Now this is why I like a metal pan, because I can use a metal spatula, because I can use the end of that spatula to cut stuff up. And you guys have seen me do it. Plastic spatulas melt and do awful things and don't cut meat. And anyway, there's my rant on that. So it is October the 2nd, if you can believe that. Halloween is right around the corner, and I've been doing a Halloween writing prompts for, I don't know, several weeks. I love Halloween. So I've been doing some Halloween writing prompts. And I've got a few Halloween things, if you've seen my Halloween backdrop. And I've got some new fangs in that I might use. And I've got the fake blood. I don't have any makeup. I can't find any. I don't know what the deal is with that, but I can't find any Halloween makeup this year. Alright, so we are waiting on that. I can probably leave the lid off for the moment. But September was a freaking month, folks. It was awful. Actually, the first half of it was fine. I went to BJ's to get this delicious bacon and some other stuff. Did all my work that was needed to be done in the front part of the month. Got some website updates in, and I'm telling you, all I've been doing is fighting software. Every piece of software is broken in some way. I have noticed that with modern software. Once you start trying to fix the quirks in the software that you're using, you find out that it's actually broken. It's actually broken. Or that feature doesn't exist. It's great. So that is what I did the first half of the month. Now, along about the 12th, I emailed my topics to my private client. Cool, Stacy. I like them all. Fine. That means write them all, or write however many I feel like writing, because he didn't list a number. He just said I like them all. So I did 4 of them. And what I do is I write them early in the month and leave them be, and then I do all the finishing stuff when the page is up where I can upload them. Every month gets a different page. So that page wasn't there. So I did 4, and all of a sudden it's the 25th. I'm supposed to be done with these, like done. Like the final edits are done, the images are done, and they're uploaded, and I'm getting ready to send in my invoice by the 25th. I don't even have a place to upload these things. So I'm like, well, this is fun. This is what pays my rent, internet, and cell phone, and sometimes my electricity, and yada yada. So, yeah, so how many weeks is it going to be until I'm homeless? Because we don't have a board. And it's the 25th, it's the 26th, it's the 27th. No board, no upload, no invoice, no nothing. I've done 4 articles for no pay. And it looks like I'm going to be homeless. So I start doing the math. I'm like, well, I got this month's rent handled because I'm not a complete idiot. So this means that the rent is due by the 5th of November. On the 5th, they will charge an extra $50 because why the fuck not if you can't pay rent in the first place? Charge an extra $50. They'll really be able to pay that. Then on the 8th, I'll get a 3 days to quit. It'll take them a while to get the shit to their lawyers for the eviction, but I'll hear about it long before then, and they'll charge me a few $100 more. Because, you know, if I couldn't pay the original rent or the $50 fee, I can certainly pay your legal fees for you. Let's see. Court date will probably be somewhere in the middle of November. And I'll have to bike about 20 miles to the courthouse. That should be fun. I may have to start that one in the middle of the night, so I'll have to leave about 3 a.m. to bike to the courthouse to be there on time. That'll be fun. And then I should be homeless by the week before Thanksgiving. Oh, this will be fun. All of this because their shit ain't up. So needless to say, I start applying to jobs everywhere. Everywhere, folks. I don't care what it is. I reactivated my application at Dollar General, and they're a business that is never hiring. They are never, never, never hiring. I don't care what they say. They are never hiring. We're hiring. You're not hiring. But I went ahead and put in that application. I biked over to CVS and asked if they had any job openings, because I got to do something. And they hired someone 10 days ago. Well, shit, that's my luck. If I need a job, they all disappeared yesterday. So, yeah. But she said sign up for the alerts, and that's fine. I went on Indeed and started applying for everything. Because I got to have a job by the 18th of this month. Not only do I have to have the job, I need a paycheck. That's when, hard money, it's over. I don't have any. And I got a bill due on the 18th that I can't pay. That's actually an important bill. So that's a hard date. Not only do I need a job, I need money, I need it by the 18th of this month. Or I'm in trouble. Okay, that's where the trouble starts. It just gets worse and worse and worse after that until I'm evicted. And this is what I know it is. And I knew this on the 25th of last month, right? 25th of September. I'm always looking for this stuff. Once you run out of money, once you're poor, you start calculating everything. How long till this is due? How long till this happens? What happens if this doesn't happen? What happens if this does happen? You start, feeling the worst case scenarios. How long do I have? What if I don't pay this? So I'm looking at a dire scenario. It's not going to be in October. This is going to run through until about the week before Thanksgiving, which gives me like 7 weeks. So, and I was talking to the CVS man. She's like, Stacy, it takes 2 weeks just to hire someone. I said, I know. And the quick work is gone. Like you sign up and you work today, that shit is gone. It is super gone. I even signed up for some AI, whatever you do, parsing work where you label shit. It's not there. Data annotation is like, we're hiring. I'll just tell you right now, they're not hiring. I've had an account there for like 2 weeks. After the first week, they're like, oh, wait, we forgot to send you the assessment. So I log in later that night. There's no assessment. There's no assessment. They're not hiring. They don't need anybody. And I signed up for a couple more, and it's, thanks for applying. Buddy, you're a gig site. I'm not applying for shit. I'm signing up for an account. You either have work or you don't. There's no thanks for applying. You're not a W-2. Okay, this is 1099 shit. This is sign up and work today. But anyway, so nobody's hiring. And there's no gig work left. Which I already knew, but, you know, that is what it is. Big problems are coming. I got lots of food, though. I got lots of food. I don't have to spend any money on food. So that's nice. But there's no work. There's no work. I'm out. $1,200. I have no way to get it back. And, you know, I'm just screwed. I haven't seen any work in months. There's been no pickup work in months. I even shut down my text broker account. I didn't close it, but I just turned it off because I got a third monitor to see where the orders are. And after 2 weeks of staring at this thing and it don't move, there ain't no work at text broker either. There's no work at Writers Access. There's no work at N-Dash, okay? There's never been any work at Upwork and whatever else. Fiverr, no work at Fiverr either. Hasn't been for years. You know, one by one, these platforms have been disappearing. I mean, they still technically exist, but there's no work. So you're not going to sign up anywhere and get any work. Most of my friends that I worked with for years and years and years, they don't do freelancing anymore. They're all about 20 years older than me, so they're retired. When all this AI and these platforms started having no work, they were in their retirement years. They could collect Social Security. I'm not there yet. So, you know, I've been doing everything. Books, jewelry, this, that, the other freaking thing. Trying to get my side income up. And boy, I work 24/7 and can't get it. Passive income is really a lie. I mean, it does not exist. Can you make a few cents a day with Google AdSense? Sure. Can you make a few dollars a year with Amazon affiliates? Sure. You'll get an extra $10 with Amazon affiliates about once a year. That's been my experience. You'll make about, if you're really, really good, you'll make about $12 a year with Google AdSense. So passive income is a joke. But I do it anyway, on the hopes that one day it will take off. Back to my problem. I can't get my shit going. I can't find any work. A W-2 job is going to take months. The apartment complex that I am waiting on, that I'm on the waiting list, still has not gotten back to me. But the minute I get any one of these jobs, I don't qualify anyway. So it's really a lose situation. I mean, there's no winning here. Every option is lose. I don't really get much sleep after the 25th. It's just ludicrous. And I'm busting my ass applying for jobs, taking job assessments, and that's a whole other rant. You know, people who make fun of job ads, posted job ads? Yeah, I see why. I saw one and they wanted regex. Regex. You know what regex is? R-E-G-E-X. Sounds, you know, special, like a coding language, right? You know what it is? It's the find function. If you've ever used the find function in a Word document or on the web to search a page for a certain word, that's regex. Now, if you know how to use the special characters, like the question marks and shit, and the stars, to get everything like a JPG on your computer, star.jpg, pulls up every JPG on your computer, that's regex. That's ludicrous. But it was literally listed. Another one had RTF listed. I had to look that up. RTF. Because it can't possibly be the document ender, right? This document .rtf, it's a rich text format is what it is. Rich text format. It's just a little bit better than TXT. But that's what that is. Nothing special. It's just how you save a file. It's a file save option. No joke, it was literally in a job description. Why is that in a job description? That's ridiculous. If you've ever saved anything as a docx, you know what RTF is. So, yeah, that's what I've been dealing with. Stupid job descriptions. And then you got, you know, it's even worse than that. They're like, must have Photoshop experience. Well, GIMP and Photoshop are the same thing. And there's a few others that are the same as Photoshop. I'll just be real honest. Photoshop and GIMP are the same thing. Canva and GIMP and Photoshop, Canva ain't nothing like either one of them. So if you have experience with Canva, you do not have experience with Photoshop or GIMP. They are not compatible. They're not even close. And I find a lot of that too. Must have experience with Microsoft Word. Well, if you've got experience with LibreOffice or Google Docs or OpenOffice or anything like that, you've also got experience with Microsoft Word. Same shit. So yeah, so that's fun. So then, long about the end of the weekend, this weekend passed, all of a sudden the board comes up. Buddy, I loaded my shit so fast you wouldn't even believe it. And I just sent the invoice right after that. So I'm marked safe from homelessness for another month. Now, the amusing thing about it is that the other guy, he's got one where he's got to communicate with a specific, I don't know what you'd call it, advertiser. They pay for their articles. They pay for feature articles is what they do. So he's got to communicate with them. Buddy, 48 hours after that board went up, all of his articles were done too. So he did the same thing I did. Realized there was no board. Went ahead and wrote his stuff, contacted that client and wrote his stuff. And then by the time the board went up, he was done too. So the dude got like 10 articles pushed at him for this late board. Just boom, you put it up and boom, you got 10 articles to read. So it was so late, I'm sure all the invoices are already in. I gotta move that, it's smoking. I gotta get my eggs. Alright, let's put some eggs in here. Alright, here's an egg. These eggs are from BJ's. And here's another egg. Tell you what, I'm super hungry. I'm going to have another egg. There you are. Alright, I want some pepper. So, Yeah, I'm gonna be okay. Where's the paprika? I bet it is above this camera. I found the cayenne and the chili pepper. I want the paprika. Wait, maybe this is paprika. So I'm not gonna be homeless. Maybe I'll be homeless in December. That's even better. So, so that's interesting. The dude put the shit up late. He got all his articles within 2 days, and probably the invoices too. Why? Because that's fucked up. Excuse my language. That is fucked up. No apology either. No apology, no email, no nothing. And I had actually emailed him about 4 days prior saying, hey, I got this article, this article, this article, this article done. And I got 2 more to do. I mean, do you need any help with anything? Static. Static. Didn't hear a thing. Don't know what's going on. Don't know why he did that. That much of my issues are solved. And here's the fun thing. When I was at CVS, I was talking to a lady and she said, why don't you go ahead and send in a resume? Well, CVS doesn't let you do that. I have looked and looked and looked and looked and looked, and they don't let you do it. You apply for the job. If the job disappears, so does your application. For the most part. Nobody ever sees it again. What you have to do is sign up for alerts. And I did. 2 different ways. Not kidding. Because when I was talking to her, she said, well, I don't really need anything, but maybe 2 days a week. She said, maybe 2 days a week. And she's trying to think what she can do to help me. I'm a long-term customer, and I'm asking for a job. So, which is rare, to be honest. You don't walk into places and ask for a job, but I got communication with these guys. And maybe 2 days a week is what she says. And I'm like, fine, I'll go figure it out. So I did. I signed up for notifications 2 different ways. 2 different ways. And I'm like, either she's going to send the job through or she's not, but I have done what I need to do. Yesterday, I say yesterday, but it was like, it's Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, overnight, I get a text message from CVS. There's a job at the store you want. Basically, there is one job at the only CVS I can get to. Because if I can get to any of the other ones, I will be in super amazing shape. I'll be in such good shape, I could be a bodybuilder. Okay? I get up yesterday, I apply, and I got to take an assessment, which was silly, but went ahead and did that. It was for more of a job than I really want, but I will take it. And actually, it's more up my alley anyway. It was for a management trainee position, shift supervisor. And if you know anything about CVS, you know that that is just code for you're going to have to work by yourself. We're going to have to give you the keys and you're going to have to work by yourself. Fine. Not a problem. I have no issues working by myself. It's kind of like, oh no, don't force me to work by myself. I might have to talk to people. Actually, there'll be customers coming in, so I might have to talk to people. But it's fine. I don't care. And the other thing is this. When you're working a pharmacy, it's not that you're working by yourself. It's that you're the only one doing the front end. Pharmacy is still there. You'll still have the pharmacist and her technician in the store. You're not by yourself. You're just working the front of the store, the retail side by yourself. No problem. So whether I get that, hopefully I'll get that job or another job or whatever. All right, let's take a look at this bacon and eggs. There it is. My toast is done. There's my little toast. I will find some butter, which is not butter. And I'll put a butter on there. Alright, so this is probably going to be delicious. After all, it's bacon and eggs. This is all I'm going to eat. Since I put an extra egg on there, I'm having one piece of toast. Did better with the bacon this time. Usually I burn it. I was good bacon. Alright, folks. So there's the update of what's been going on with me. Everything's fine. And I'm going to eat this breakfast. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And I will bring another interesting video to you soon. Have a wonderful day.